Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Tonight we're going to play another game from the 1978 Boston Red Sox season, featuring Strat-o-matic baseball, well, using Strat-o-matic baseball. And the Red Sox are going to start a new series with the Texas Rangers in Arlington. It's a short two-game series. The Red Sox are currently 58-39 and are 5-5 in their last 10 games. And they're on a two-game winning streak. So let's see if we can continue that today. We have Dennis Eckersley on the mound for the Red Sox going up against Doc Medich for the Rangers. Miss Maggs is in the co-host seat. Mr. Brody's getting a drink of water. And let's get this game underway and start it off with our national anthem.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, let's play ball. So the Texas Rangers have Doc Medich on the mound. He's currently 3-4 on the season with a 2.96 ERA. He's pitched 76 innings, allowed 72 hits, 19 walks, and 38 strikeouts, and has surrendered 6 homers. For the visiting Boston Red Sox, the lineup is as follows. Jerry Remy, the second baseman, bats first. Fred Lynn, he's been batting second quite a bit. He'll be batting second again today, playing center field. The DH today, Jim Rice, will bat third. Batting cleanup in left field, Kyle Yastrzemski. Carlton Fisk, behind the plate, bats fifth. Batting sixth, moving up in the order, is Butch Hobson, the third baseman. Batting seventh, first baseman George Scott. Dwight Evans is your right fielder, bats eighth. And Frank Duffy, again at shortstop, bats ninth. So hopefully Rick Burleson is on the mend and will be back in the lineup soon, as we definitely miss his defense as well as his bat up at the top of the order. So the Red Sox are currently 5 games off their pace as they came into the game 63-34. They did end up losing this game, getting shut out actually 2-0. So if we can get a victory here, we can get another game back and try to equal our, or better our record for the season. Alright, so Medich looks in for the sign from Sundberg. Corners are playing in for against Remy. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off the 6th column of Medich. And that's going to be a pop up to second. Medich is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Wills is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. And next up is Fred Lynn. He comes in hitting .981 on the season with 18 homers and 61 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 5 column of Medich. That's going to be a ground ball to Campaneris. Campaneris is a 3 range. Does commit quite a few errors, so let's see what happens here. So he gets in front of it. And he is going to boot this one. Scooped up, fires the first over the head of Hargrove and into the dugout. So it's going to be a 2-base error. So Lynn will be at second with 1 down. So Jim Rice up now. Jim Rice comes in hitting 21 on the season with 28 homers and 84 runs batted in. RBI opportunity here to try to put the Red Sox on top. And he'll draw the walk. Check swing. Call ball 4. So to put runners on first and second for the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski. He's hitting .286 on the season with 10 homers and 48 runs batted in. And this is going to be off the 2 column. Yastrzemski's going to get a good pitch to hit here. Let's see what he does with it. And he's going to ground the Hargrove. Throws a second for 1. Back to first. Not in time, so they get the middle runner. So it'll put runners at the corners with 2 down for Fisk. Fisk hitting .314 on the season with 13 homers and 54 runs batted in. He's hitting 30 points above his season average, so having a good season so far. And this time he'll pop up to Wills to end the inning. So after 1/2, it's the Red Sox nothing and the Rangers coming up. Eckersley takes the hill. Eckersley comes in with an 11-7 record. 3.14 ERA, 155 innings pitched, 144 hits allowed, 39 walks and 76 strikeouts, and has surrendered 16 home runs. So, for the lineup for the hometown Texas Rangers is Mike Hargrove, the first baseman, bats first. Batting second, the center fielder Juan Benitez, the ex-Red Sox. Jim Sundberg behind the plate bats third. Al Oliver, whom I just played in a Pittsburgh replay with the 1972 Pittsburgh Pirates versus the 1968 Detroit Tigers using Diamond Mine Baseball. That was a fun game, so check that out if you're into retro greatest teams. As well as some modern. There's a whole bunch of different teams. I think 72 teams in all. That's a fun series that we started there. If there are any games that you'd like to see on that, check out the end of the videos where you can pick which games you want to see next. So batting fifth is going to be Bobby Bonds, the right fielder. Batting sixth, can't think of his first name. Gary Gray, the DH. Batting seventh, Kurt Bavakwa, the third baseman. Bump Wills is the second baseman, bats eighth, and Brett Campaneris, the shortstop, will bat ninth. Hargrove comes in hitting .262 with 5 homers and 33 runs batted in. It's going to be off his 1 column. And that'll be a strikeout. Eckersley gets him swinging. So a good start for Eckersley and the Red Sox. Juan Benitez up now. Benitez hitting .267 with 7 homers and 32 runs batted in. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Lynn is under it and makes the grab. So 2 outs in the Texas first. Brings up Jim Sundberg. Sundberg hitting .266. Already with 6 home runs on the season, which is all he hit all season in 1978 with 42 runs batted in. And that'll be a fly ball to right field. Yastrzemski has it sized up and makes the catch. So after 1 full, no score. So the Red Sox will send up Hobson, Scott, and Evans against Medich in the second. Hobson hitting 41 points above his season average. That might be why he's moved up in the order a bit. Hitting .291 with 9 homers and 37 runs batted in. And it's going to be a fly ball. Benitez in center. Benitez has excellent range out there. Should be able to get in front of it. He does. That would have been a hit for most outfielders, but he's able to get in front of it. And he's going to make a rare play here. Let's see what that is. Nothing that rare about that, but sometimes they like that. So 1 down now for George Scott, hitting .243 with 7 homers and 29 runs batted in. And the Boomer will get a good one to hit here. Let's see what he does with it. And he'll just ground this one to Campaneris, who fires over to Hargrove. And quickly have 2 outs here in the second. Next up will be the right fielder Dwight Evans. Evans hitting .275 with 16 homers and 61 runs batted in. It's going to be off his 2 column. And he'll strike out swing. So the Red Sox go in order in the second. After 1.5, still no score. Let's look at some scores from around the league. American League, Baltimore clipping Detroit 4-0. California's in front of Milwaukee 4-1. That's good news, as Milwaukee is in first place in the American League East. Yankees lead Cleveland 1-0. I think we're tied with them or very close to them in the standings. Oakland ahead of Chicago 4-0. Kansas City blanking Seattle 3-0. And Toronto leads Minnesota 2-1. Al Oliver up now. Al Oliver hitting .336 on the season with 8 homers and 41 runs batted in. And that'll be a no. Looks like that one's gonna go just foul down the right field line. Back in the box. Next pitch will be a grounder to Scott at first. He'll take it himself. And we have 1 out here in the second. Bobby Bonds, .276 hitter on the season with 15 homers and 57 runs batted in. And that is going to be a pop-up to Duffy. He's under it and makes the catch. Next up, Gary Gray. First time I've seen him this year. He is hitting just .158 on the season and 19 at-bats. And wicked breaking ball out of the zone. And it looks like he went around. And he did. So 1-2-3 inning for Eckersley in the second. And after 2 full, no score. Duffy up now, hitting .260, which is exactly what he hit on the season. Has 3 times as many runs batted in already, with 260 nearing the end of his season, as he only had 104 at-bats on the season, up to 96 now, this being his 97th. So that's probably a good sign that Burleson is coming back soon. So Jerry Remy up now. Remy popped up his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit rip past Pargrove. He's going to hold with a single. So Remy's probably not going to try to run on Sundberg, who has an excellent arm. So that brings up Fred Lynn now. Fred Lynn reached on a 2-base error by Campaneris, but was stranded at third. See what he can do now with Remy at first and 1 down. And that'll be a base hit to right. And we are going to... Bonds has got a good arm there, so we're going to hold him. Don't want to risk it there. So runners on first and second with 1 down for Jim Rice. Rice drew a walk his first time up. And he's going to pop up to Wills. So Rice is gone. That brings up Yastrzemski with a chance to put the Red Sox on the board. Hit into a force play his first time up. And this time he'll fly out to Benitez to end the inning. So the Red Sox can do nothing in the third, despite having runners on first and second. With 1 down. And we'll head to the bottom of the third with no score. Rockwood comes in hitting .295 with 4 homers and 13 runs batted in. Hit much better than the .222 average for the actual season. And that's going to be a ground ball to Remy. Daisy cutter, fields it cleanly, and throws over to Scott for out number 1. So that brings up Bump Wills. Wills hitting .254 in the season with 9 homers and 33 runs batted in. And he strikes out swing. So Eckersley now with 3 strikeouts on the day. Seems to have good stuff today so far. So the number 9 hitter, Bert Campaneris, up now. Campaneris hitting .223 with a homer and 19 runs batted in. And he strikes out. So Eckersley with his 4th K of the day. And we played 3 full with no score. So a good pitching matchup so far between Medich and Eckersley. Fisk up now, popped out his first time up. And he'll draw the walk. So leadoff walk puts Fisk on. Hobson up now. He flew out his first time up, and Hobson's going to get a good one to hit here. Let's see what he does with it. And Hobson's going to give this one a ride. This one is going deep, 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 and Oliver makes the catch on the warning track. So Hobson gave that one a ride, but it's just a long out. So George Scott up now. One down and Fisk at first. And this will be a ground ball to Hargrove. Hargrove a 4 range. So see if he can get to this one. 1-6 will be a hit. And he'll get in front of it. And it's off of his glove. So that goes in the right field. His Fisk holds at second. So runners on first and second after the error by Hargrove. Second Rangers error today. So Evans with an opportunity here. He struck out his first time up. And that is going to be a fly ball to left. Oliver is there and makes the catch for out number 2. See if Duffy can get the run in here. And he will ground out to his counterpart. To end the inning. So the Red Sox cannot capitalize on the error by Hargrove. And after 3.5, still no score. Hargrove leads it off. A strikeout victim his first time up. And he strikes out again. Oh, wait a second. No, it's not. They're going to call it a ball. So he'll reach on a leadoff walk here. So Hargrove takes a walking lead. Let's see if he's going to go. Fisk comes up firing. Good throw, the hard slide, and Hargrove is out of there. So Fisk guns down Hargrove trying to steal. So the base is empty now for Benitez. And he went around strike 3. So 5 Ks on the day now for Eckersley. Having a fine day today. His stuff is really good. Red Sox just need to get some runs for him. Sundberg up. Flies out to Yastrzemski left. And that'll do it for the Rangers in the 4th. They're up to 4 full, all goose eggs. So the Red Sox will have the top of the order, Remy, Lynn, and Rice up against Medich here in the 5th, who's pitched equally as well. Well, Medich has been a little wilder as he has allowed 2 walks. And make that 3. So the pitch count is definitely higher with Medich. He's already up to 70 pitches. And we're just 1 batter into the 5th. So Fred Lynn up now. Reached on a 2-base error by Campaneris in the 1st and singled in the 3rd. And this time he'll fly out to Bonds in the 5th. So 1 down in the Red Sox 5th for Jim Rice. 0 for 1 with a walk. And that's not the column you want to be on. For Rice, as he's going to ground 1 for Bavacqua. This could be 2. Over to Los 1, back to first, and they turn 2. So 5-4-3 double play, and the Red Sox are gone in the 5th. So halfway through, no score. Some Megs cannot believe it. No score yet. No runs in. So Al Oliver grounded out his first time up. And it's going to be a range check on Remy. And Remy will handle it. Flips over to Scott for out number 1. Bobby Bonds popped out his first time up. And he strikes out. Strike 3 called. Eckersley now has 6 Ks on the day. Gary Gray down on strikes his first time up. And it's going to be a range check on Fisk. And it's going to be a pop out. And he'll hold on to it and make the catch. And the Rangers are gone in the 5th. So through 5 full, Red Sox nothing and Rangers nothing. Stremski 0 for 2 on the day. Will bat first. Make that 0 for 3 as he grounds out to Wills. So 1 gone in the Red Sox 6th. That brings up Carlton Fisk. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Walked his last time up. And this time he'll pop up to Wills. Calls for it. Makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down in the 6th. Hobson now. He's flown out twice so far. And this time he'll line out to Bavacqua. The Red Sox are gone in the top of the 6th. Home half of the 6th. Eckersley back on the hill. Eckersley been very economical. Only 58 pitches through 5 innings. Averaging less than 12 pitches an inning. Just needs some run support. So Bavacqua grounded out his first time up. Oh, it's going to be Butch Hobson. And Butch Hobson gets in front of it. Charges it and he drops it. It's the Red Sox first error of the day. Allows Bavacqua to reach. So bump Wills up now. Wills a strikeout victim his first time up. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Lynn sprints over and makes the play. So it's 1 gone now. In the 6th, Bavacqua at first for Campaneris. He struck out 2. And it's going to be a hit and run here. Dribbles it to second. Remy races in quickly. Barehands it over to first. Just in time to get Campaneris. As Bavacqua moves into scoring position. But now with 2 outs. Hargrove 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck out in the 1st and walked in the 4th. And he'll walk again. So 1st and 2nd with 2 down for Beniquez. And he's going to pop one out to Duffy. Calls for it and makes the catch. So through 6 full, no score. So Red Sox will have Scott, Evans, and Duffy at the bottom 3rd of the order up against Medich. And it's going to be a ground ball to Campaneris. Gets in front of it. And this time he'll make the play over to Hargrove for out number 1. So it brings up Dewey Evans. Dewey Evans 0 for 2. And he's going to hit this one between Beniquez and Bond. It's going to go all the way to the wall. And Evans is going to be on with a 1-out double. So Duffy up now with the RBI opportunity. A chance to put the Red Sox on top. And he cannot deliver as he strikes out looking. So look at the scores there. Baltimore ahead of Detroit 7-2. California ahead of Milwaukee 6-4. Yankees still ahead of Cleveland 1-0. Oakland in front of Chicago 6-3. Kansas City shutting out and all over Seattle 8-0. And Minnesota is on top of Toronto 4-2. So Remy with an RBI opportunity here. He'll have to get on to extend the inning. And he will. He walks. So Lynn with a chance to put the Red Sox on top now. 1 for 3 with a single back in the 3rd. And Lynn's going to get a good one to hit here. Let's see what he does with it. And Lynn is going to give this one a ride. This one's way out of here as Bonds and Beniquez can just watch it go. A 3-run blast by Freddie Lynn. And the Red Sox are on top 3-0. as the crowd is silent, as you can't hear a pin drop here in Arlington. So the Red Sox and Eckersley got the hit they wanted there, and Lynn did not miss it. Lynn with his 19th home run of the season puts the Red Sox on top 3-0. And that's going to be it for Medich. And Jim Umberger is going to come in. Umberger has pitched 65 innings in 15 games, and he has a 4-5 record with a 4.29 ERA. So he'll face Rice first. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And Rice will walk his second time. So it brings up Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski's hitless on the day, still looking for his first hit. Perhaps it'll be now. And nope. He will fly out to Benitez. And he'll make the catch for out number 3. So the Red Sox gone in the 7th. But they do score 3 runs on a 3-run blast by Freddie Lynn. So let's check out the trivia question for today. In 1931, what pitcher won 31 games and lost only 4? 1931, what pitcher won 31 games and lost only 4? My only guess was Dizzy Dean. I was thinking it was one of the Philadelphia Gas House Gang guys. So I'm going to guess it's the first name that came up to me was Dizzy Dean. It's either, my other guess would have been Lefty Grove, but I don't think he ever won as many as 31 games. But I could be wrong. So I am going to go with Dizzy Dean. So let's check it out. So lock in your answers. Thank you, Miss Brody and Miss Maggs, for that trivia question. Lefty Grove. Should have went with my second instinct there. And he was on the Athletics. So I had the team right, just had their guy wrong. That was my second guess, so I guess I can get half credit on that one. So Lefty Grove, the Athletics, he did win 31 games. So thank you, Mr. Brody and Miss Maggs, for that trivia question there. Another great question by the duo there. So Eckersley back here in the 7th now with a 3-run lead. So he'll face Sundberg, Oliver, and Bonds. And that's going to be a ground ball to Hobson. Snares it easily and throws to first. And he's out by a step. Al Oliver up now. He's grounded out twice. And this time he'll fly out to Evans and right for out number 2. Bobby Bonds up with the 2 outs and the base is empty. And he'll fly out to Yastrzemski. He sprints and makes the play. Sprints over to it and makes the play. So attendance has just been announced, 28,379, as the Red Sox come up in the top of the 8th. Umberger back out there again. Fisk 0 for 2 with a walk. And he'll ground out to Campaneris. Plants and fires over to Hargrove for out number 1. Butch Hobson up now. He's 0 for 3 on the day. And he lines out to Wills. Snow cones it for out number 2. George Scott up now. Reached on an error back in the 4th. 0 for 3 officially. And he is going to pop out to Campaneris for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 8th with the Red Sox on top by a score of 3-0. So Gary Gray will lead it off. 0 for 2 on the day. And Gary Gray is going to go long and yard. Oh my goodness. Gary Gray breaks up the no-hitter and the shutout all in one swing. Unbelievable. I think that was Gray's only home run. He only hit 2 home runs on the entire season. Well, in 50 at-bats. But he takes Eckersley yard to break up the no-hitter and the shutout all in one. Oh, I saw it coming there, but I didn't want to say anything. as Eckersley goes 7 strong innings without allowing a hit. Definitely his best performance of the year. Man, I was hoping we'd get a little closer and hopefully we can get like a no-hit thing going. But, man, that was close. It's a 3-1 game now. Still a close ball game. So John Lowenstein's going to come and hit for Kurt Bavacqua. Lowenstein hitting just 149 with 4 homers, 4 RBIs on the season. Man, that was so close. That would have been so nice. And he'll draw the walk. So that brings up Bump Wills. Officially 0 for 2 today. Well, 0 for 2. Struck out in the 3rd and flied out in the 6th. And it's going to be a range check on Duffy, who is actually worse than... Yeah, it's going to be a single. Question is it going to be a single and an error? No, it's not. So they're going to call that a base hit, as Duffy cannot get to it. Still nobody out with runners on first and second. Action in the Red Sox pen. As Eckersley did pitch a complete game, so we'll have to see who's warming up there. So it looks like Campaneris is going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. Toby Harrah comes in. 227 hitter with 5 homers and 40 runs batted. Red Sox playing back in double play depth. Corners playing in. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So the wheels have fell off for Eckersley. That'll load the bases there. Oh, man. Still nobody out. Oh, boy. So Eckersley gone from a no-hitter to chance of losing the game possibly here. Well, Red Sox still have a 2-run lead. Zimmer comes out, but he's going to stick with Eckersley. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Let's see if it's deep enough to score the run. And we're going to stop the other runners from advancing. So the lead now 3-2. Red Sox will play back and try to get the double play at Beniquez, who's 0 for 3. So Zimmer's hoping that Eckersley can get out of this jam. And Willis moves away from the bag. Doesn't seem to be getting a good lead here. Oh, no. Oh, good. That's what we wanted, the fly ball to center. So 2 outs now. So Eckersley 1 out away of escaping with the lead here. But he'll have to get through Jim Sundberg, currently 0 for 3 on the day. And that'll be a fly ball to left. So the no-hitter and the shutout all gone in one swing of the bat. And Texas tacks on another run. So after 8 full, 3-2 Boston. Red Sox trying to get their 3rd win in a row here. Umberger back out. They definitely like to get some insurance runs here. It's going to be Evans, Duffy, and Remy. And that'll be a base hit. So a skinny single there. 1-4 for a single, and Evans gets the 4. So the corners are going to play in for Frank Duffy. And Ken Duffy is definitely a good bunter. I think we're going to lift Duffy anyway for a pinch, for a defensive replacement, so we might as well see what's available here on the bench. Okay, Brohammer? I don't think Brohammer can play second. Play short, though. He cannot, but Remy could. Oh, boy. See, I don't think we have a... Trouble is, I don't think we have another shortstop here. So as bad as Duffy is, we could move Remy over to short. And Brohammer would be a downgrade. Actually, not that much. He's not that bad. 3E27. And Remy is... Let's check out Remy. Remy was 2E16. So, yeah. He is a bit worse, but let's see what Remy is. But Remy at shortstop, though, is almost as bad as Duffy. 4E48, so it's not going to help us to do that. So I think we're just going to have... Let's see what kind of a bunter Duffy is. I think Duffy might be a good bunter. Yeah, he's an A bunter, so we're going to let Duffy do what he does best. It's not field and it's really not hitting, but we'll see if he can get that. He should have at least an 86% chance to get the runner over. Yeah. So we're going to go for that. Duffy squares, picks up the bunt, fires to first, and nails Duffy. So Evans is able to move in the scoring position now with 1 out. So Remy with a chance to increase the Red Sox lead, give Eckersley a little cushioning, or if whoever comes in, possibly Drago. So Remy's 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. And Remy is going to have an opportunity here to put the Red Sox, give the Red Sox another run. And he lines out to Hargrove, so Evans has to stay put. So it's going to be up to Fred Lynn. Fred Lynn already has a big blast today. Hit a 3-run home run back in the 7th. See if he can add an insurance run here. And he will. Fred Lynn's going to hit one up the middle. And we're going to send Evans home. We need that insurance run. And we're going to hold the trailing runner. Throw comes through, and Evans scores. So Lynn gets his 4th RBI of the day, and the Red Sox have a little bit of breathing room now 4-2. So Jim Rice up now. Rice 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. And that's going to be a ground ball to Hara, who's now the new shortstop. And he gets in front of it. And he will make the play to retire the side, but the Red Sox are able to get a run. One of them back, and that's now a 4-2 game. So we are going to bring in a defensive replacement for Hobson there. I think we're going to bring in Brohammer. Brohammer's a 3E27, definitely much better than a 4E53. So Brohammer is going to come in to replace Hobson. Okay. And I think that's it. As much as I want to take Duffy out, I don't really have anybody to replace him. I don't know why I'm checking Fred Kendall. I don't think Sam Bowen's center field and left field. Hancock, I don't think so either. Yeah, he's an outfielder. Bob Bailey, I think, does play third base, though. Yeah. So we're going to leave Duffy, and he is a 3 range, so the 3 range isn't bad. It's just the E68 is what's going to kill us. All right, so Eckersley back out there. We're going to see if he can close it out here. Give the bullpen a rest. They are ready just in case they need him. So it's going to be Oliver, Bonds, and Gray. Oliver hitless on the day today, 0 for 3. But he will get a pitch date here. And that is going to be a double over Lynn's head all the way to the wall. Man. And that is going to be it for Eckersley, as Zimmer comes to take him out. Question is, who do we bring in here? Drago's pretty. Oh, man. I guess we're going to bring in Bob Stanley. We got to use him. As much as I don't want to. Drago is ready just in case. So Bob Stanley, Steamer Stanley comes in. 3-2 record in our replay with 13 saves. 3.88 ERA though. 86 hits though in 72 innings pitched. 18 walks and 22 strikeouts, and has surrendered 3 homers. So he'll have to face Bobby Bonds, who's 0 for 3 today. Oh, man. And he gets him. Whoa. So he finds the strikeout on Bonds' column there. And he strikes him out looking. Generous call there by the ump. But the Red Sox will take it. And California defeated Milwaukee, so that's good news. So if we can hold down, we can gain a game on the Brewers. Unfortunately, the Yankees held on and won 1-0 over Cleveland. So Gary Gray up now. He's 1 for 3, but that 1 for 3 was a solo home run, which broke up Eckersley's no-hit bid and also his shutout. So Gray 1 for 3. And he is going to line out to Hobson. Oh, man, I thought we took Hobson out. We didn't. Whoa. I can't believe that. I did not. I got sidetracked there. I guess I didn't save it. All right, there we go. All right, so Brohammer, and don't take any chances there. So we dodged a bullet there. That could have been disastrous with Stanley and Hobson in at the same time. So John Lowenstein representing the last out for the Rangers. He came in the 8th and walked against Eckersley. Here we go. And he's going to get under one here. He pops it up. Duffy calls for it and makes the catch. And the Red Sox hold on and beat the Texas Rangers 4-2. So great performance by Eckersley. Just could not get it done, getting the no-hitter or the shutout, unfortunately, but he is definitely going to be our player of the game, I think. You know, he did allow he only allowed 2 runs. So yeah, Eckersley is going to be our player of the game. Improved to 12-7. Stanley holds on and gets he actually pitched a pretty clean inning with a strikeout for his 14th save. Eckersley, 8 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 2 runs, both of them earned, 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. Medich with the loss, 3 and 5, 6 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. So he was a bit wild, but he did duel Eckersley for 6 scoreless innings, though, until he coughed up the 3-run homer by Freddie Lynn, his 19th of the season. So Umberger pitched 2 1/3, allowing 2 hits and 1 run. It was earned with a walk. And let's see here. For the Red Sox, Jerry Remy 1 for 3 of the runs scored. Freddie Lynn, actually, you know what? I think I am going to revoke, as much as I'd like to. I'm going to give co-players of the game. Because Fred Lynn is responsible for all the Red Sox offense, and Eckersley is pretty much responsible for all the Red Sox pitching for the most part, or 90% of it. So we're going to give Fred Lynn the co-MVP honors for the day, as he was 3 for 5 with a run scored, but knocked in all 4 runs with a big blow, which is all the Red Sox would need in the 7th inning, a 3-run home run off of Medich. So Jim Rice 0 for 3 on the day. Yastrzemski 0 for 4. So the heart of the order pretty ineffective today for the Red Sox, as Rice, Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Hobson, and Scott, actually, to that matter. So the numbers 3 through 7 hitters for the Red Sox were a combined 0 for 18. Dwight Evans was 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored. And Frank Duffy 0 for 3. So, yeah. So, Fred Lynn, definitely the MVP, along with Eckersley. So, let's see here. For the Texas Rangers, Mike Hargrove 0 for 1 with an RBI. Juan Benitez 0 for 4. A lot of 0 fors in the Texas lineup also. Jim Sundberg 0 for 4. Al Oliver 1 for 4. Bobby Bonds 0 for 4. Gary Gray 1 for 4 with that hit being a home run to break up the no-hitter and the shutout for Eckersley. Bavacqua, otherwise we might have been talking Eckersley as being the MVP. And we might have gotten our first no-hitter possibly. So Bavacqua 0 for 2. Lowenstein came on as a pinch hitter and played third base, 0 for 1 with a run scored. Bump Wills 1 for 3. Brett Campaneris, the shortstop, 0 for 2. Toby Harrah came on the pinch hit and played short, was 1 for 1. So that is it, as the Red Sox win their 3rd in a row. Let's actually check out the standings here. So we haven't done that in a little while. We have some time. So let's check out our standings here. So with the win, the Red Sox are now just 2.5 games behind Milwaukee. They've gained a game on them. And they actually gained a game on the Yankees, as in now they're a half game ahead of the Yankees. So they're back in second place, just 2.5 games out. And they're only 4 games off their pace as they get another game back there. So 59 and 39. California in first place now in the West with a 1-game lead over the Kansas City Royals and a 4.5-game lead over Texas, who lost today to the Red Sox. So we'll be back with Game 2 of the series. Let's take a look at the matchup before we end here. And I'll take a look at the scores here. Cleveland beat New York. So that's Cleveland, New York split a doubleheader. So, and Milwaukee actually got bombarded by California today. So if we can pull within 1.5 if we can get a victory in this next game. Let's see what the matchup is. And it's going to be Louis Tiant for the Red Sox going up against John Matlack of the Rangers. So we may have to play that one later tonight. So stay tuned for that, as we probably will. So thank you for joining me. This is Eric from High Ground Gaming, my co-hosts, Mr. Brody and Miss Mags, saying God bless and see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.